Right, now we're going to look at advanced turns. If you imagine this is the aerial view of a wave coming into the beach. Now that we've learned how to ride in a nice straight line all the way in, which has taught us about footwork.
The minute your board starts to stall, step forward. Starts to accelerate, step back.
And we've moved on to riding in to the left, all the way in.
Turning left.
Or riding all the way in to the right with our basic 45-degree turns, which has taught us about good compression and rotation into footwork.
Compress and rotate, step forward.
Now we want to learn about advanced turns. You want to see if you can take off, set your rail 45 degrees to the left, and as you feel yourself regain acceleration, turn that board back the other way. Same, once you can turn your board 45 degrees off to the right, see if you can start to ride it in, and then turn and come back the other way. This is where, like I say, this is a 45-degree turn, and this now is a 90-degree turn. This is going to bring in advanced footwork. This is where the way we do this turn is exactly the same thing with good compression and rotation, but with the 45-degree turn where we'll compress and rotate and take that little step forward.
Compress and rotate, step forward.
Now I want to turn my board 90 degrees the other way. What do you think I'm going to have to do?
Step back, compress and rotate, step forward.
Take a step back, but not just a little step back to where I was. Now I'm going to take a big step back into the tail of the board, compress and rotate 90 degrees the other way, and take a big step forwards. Same, if I want to go 90 degrees the other way, I'm going to take a big step back, compress and rotate, and step forward to regain some acceleration.
Step back, compress and rotate, step forward.
Eventually, what you want to be doing is see if you can set your rail either to the left or to the right, start to ride it in, and then turn that board 90 degrees back the other way. Feel yourself regain some acceleration, and then turn it back the other way. Feel yourself regain some acceleration, and turn it back the other way. And we start learning how to go left and then how to go right, getting it under control. And turning and going left, getting it under control, and getting a good change of direction.
So surfing is turning right, turning left.
Once we can take off and do this one way, we want to see if we can take off, set the board 45 degrees to the right, and come in as we feel ourselves regain acceleration, turn that board 90 degrees back the other way. And again, stepping forward to regain acceleration, and then turn that board back, turn that board back. And you're just learning good changes of direction.
The minute you want to turn your board, step back, compress and rotate, step forward. When I want to turn, step back, compress and rotate, step forward. Yeah! Little lessons.
Main key point for this is once you turn your board, you take that little step forward, wait till you feel a nice push of acceleration before you step into the tail, compress and rotate, and step forward. And again, feel that push of acceleration, because whenever we step into the tail of the board, we are effectively applying the brake. So what you find is, before we can do this, is we need good acceleration before we start applying the brake. But like I say, if you want to be getting to your feet, compress and rotate 45 degrees that way, step forward, wait till you feel a nice push of acceleration, and then step back, compress and rotate the other way, step forward.
The minute I want to turn, step back, compress and rotate, step forward. Step back, compress and rotate, step forward.
But making sure you really step back into the tail of the board, the most pivotal part. Because like I say, as surfers, once we start to really start going across the face of unbroken waves and coming off the bottom, off the top.
Off the bottom, off the top.
That is basically turning left, turning right. So it makes perfect sense to learn how to take off and go one way, get on the tail of that board, turn it back the other way and get it under control. And it's good compression and rotation with footwork.
I want to turn, step back, compress and rotate, step forward. Step back, compress and rotate, step forward. And that's on an 8 foot now, yeah!
That's it. Hope that was useful.